Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to There's Life After Mental Illness. And I'm Bill MacPhee, your host. And our definition of recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone else other than who you are today. Today on the vlog, I'm interviewing my parents. Both my parents live in a nursing home, and I'm kind of honoring them for what they've done for me in their lifetime and how they helped me in my recovery. So we're going to do, you'll see that coming right up. And tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a question, or I should say maybe a comment from one of our viewers about driving and videoing. And come back tomorrow for another vlog. Thanks. Have a great day. Hello folks. As I mentioned to you that I wanted to honor my parents. As you know, I speak about recovery, and I have a course called the Bright Future Program. And one of the pillars of recovery is family. And the goal in family is to basically create a sense of belonging. And that's what we try to do in families. And I got to tell you, I wanted to honor my parents in this video today because they were a very instrumental part of my recovery. And I just want to share a little bit about that with you today with them. My dad here on my right is John William MacPhee, and my mom is Elizabeth MacPhee. And I'm 53 years old, but I was diagnosed at the age of 24. And I lived in, I was hospitalized 6 different times. I lived in 3 different group homes. I had a suicide attempt. I spent 5 years on the depression, with depression on the couch. I was very, very sick. But some of the things that my parents did for me were always, were great. And I just wanted to mention some of those and publicly thank them for that. Ever since I was a little boy, my mom would take me to swimming lessons, walk to the park with me at the pool and swim and everything like that. And it was really good. She'd always looked after the home and cooking us meals and, everything like that. And when I was ill, really my mom was really supportive by just being there. I can remember being up, we'd be up 3, 4 in the morning, couldn't sleep or anything like that. And my mom would just come up downstairs and she would just have a tea. We would always drink tea, we'd have a tea. And even if there weren't spoken words, we wouldn't speak, but it would be silent for hours, but she would just be there with a cup of tea with me, and I was there. She was always, my sister had triplets, and my mom was always helping babysitting my sister's children. And I would tag along in those days. I would just basically kind of like be a shadow to my mom. I would go there and she'd watch the kids and I'd have a tea and I'd just sit and really do nothing but follow them around. And it was like that for many, many years. So my mom always was an encourager. When I did walk, she had a friend that they walked every morning and they encouraged me to walk, and I walked with them many, many times for a long, long time. So really, it was really, I appreciate those moments, Mom. I appreciate those moments when you had that, and it was really good. My dad, here on the right, he was very, 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 very helpful to me in many, many ways. My dad, I hate paperwork. First of all, my writing is like chicken scratch. So my dad did all the paperwork for me for years and years. And you know, when you have a mental illness and you have to you have to apply for disability or unemployment insurances or into a group home or something, there's always tons and tons of paperwork. And believe me, I do not know how people with mental illness get their paperwork done, because I know for sure I wasn't able to do it, and my dad did all my paperwork all the time. And even when I was writing my wife, when I was married in the Philippines, in order to get my wife over to Canada, my dad had to do a lot of paperwork with visas and everything like that, and he did many paperwork for me. My dad was always, my whole life, was a chauffeur basically for us. Even when we were little kids, my dad would take me to my friend's house to play on Saturdays and drive me here, drive the kids to the arena. We played sports, baseball and hockey. He was always driving us there. That's why I really, with my family today, I never complain about having to drive the kids away, drive the kids to places, because I just remember my dad always driving us somewhere and never really complaining. And my dad continued that in my adult life when I was dealing with mental illness. He would take me to my group therapy, which was a half hour away. He would take me to my psychiatrist appointments, my doctor appointments. He would drive me to just for a day and go out to the beach or something, and they're very instrumental that way. And one of the things that my dad did with me, maybe I guess over 20 years ago, when I started my business, my dad actually mortgaged his house and got a loan to the bank to help me start my business. And I ran my business for a while out of his basement, out of my parents' basements, and they were supportive that way. And one of the things that my dad said that was very true, and I tell everybody this, when we're discussing the business, whether to do it or not, and obviously I put a lot of effort into it. I spent a year on a business plan and everything like that. But my dad said, he said, well, if you don't try to do it, you'll always think in the back of look back in your life and always think, boy, I wonder what would have happened if I did this. I wonder what would have happened if I did this. And you would always regret not knowing if you were going to try something. And that's stuck. And that is such a true statement. When I talk to people and when I mentor people and they have an idea or they're doing something, I say, well, you have to do it, because if you don't, you're going to regret not trying. And when we probably get older and in life and that, we probably don't want to have too many regrets. We probably want to do that. So again, I always had a room in my mom's and dad's house. They were always supportive that way. Just my dad, when I had my suicide attempt, my dad was the one who found me and called the ambulance, and the ambulance came. It took me to the hospital. It was either way. I had to get my stomach pumped, charcoal and all that. Very ill. So, you know what, I just wanted to take this video and this time to honor my parents and to say thank you to both of you, and and to do that. So we'll end here, unless, Mom, if you wanted to say anything, or Dad, if you wanted to say anything, that's fine. You don't have to. But I just want to let you know that this is up on YouTube, and I just want to thank you. Okay, very good. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. And remember, there is life after mental illness, and recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone else other than who you are today. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And also be able to send me your questions at bill@billmcphee.ca. As well, for more information, go to billmcpheerecoveryexpert.com. Links will be in the description below. Come back for another vlog tomorrow, and remember, recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anybody else other than who you are today. And there is life after mental illness. Have a great day.